Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Here we go, hey.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Commanders is much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
And they'll run it here. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Here's Smith. Touchdown! Dante Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Commanders nothing.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 19, 19, right. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 8, trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
To the air goes Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
To throw is Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Smith. Incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, Smith. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defense.
They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Over the middle, he's got Thornton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. An audible here to get a new look. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19. Cut 19. Cut 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19 right. Hot 70. Hot 70.
Daniels looking to throw. Got his open man. It's Mallory. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Will Mallory, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Commanders have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Gino down to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
It's second down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In motion, the tight end. Throwing on second and long. Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Come on, six! Six the Eagles, six the Eagles! Cowboys!
Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Buffalo 18!
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Will Mallory with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again? Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. That's to the tight end, Mallory. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And so they're coming over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They work now on 2nd and 9.
19 tight, jab 60, jab 60.
Now Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Raiders 10. That's Gay to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 16. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So here's a 3rd and 14. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
18 Rodwood, 18 Bronco 80.
They run a draw here on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
On the double. 18, 5, Coconut.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
2nd and 6. And complete to Zach Ertz. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Darnay Holmes in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, right?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at about the 14. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go!
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shot at a first down marker. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back. Mustang 19.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
19, 79, 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
At the 14-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Maverick, Dragon 60. Ready,
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. There goes a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the...
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Raiders 17. Gay to kick off for one.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Gino. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A run straight ahead with Genti. And he'll take this one out to about the 23. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trey Amos. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pass to 60, pass to 60.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
27 yards. And the Commanders' first down. 1st and 10.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Viking, AC! Seven Pirates! Here we go, strike! Cowboys!
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 and a 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
42. Raiders 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing now is Gino. They'll get this out to Genty. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Smith. They'll buy some time right. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Check 50, 39%.
Smith throwing again. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
53, 53. Hey, we got some on. You got some on. I like catch left, catch left. So what's up?
They snap it to Smith. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington,
it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take